Doesn't matter if you have one ass cheek and 3 toes. I will beat your ass.
They're gonna be sorry they were ever born.
Who?
All of them.
Yeah, beat 'em up just like it's WWW. Promise you right what I tell you. Yeah, look, you cannot see what's in front of you. You cannot see what's in front of you. Yeah, promise that you get the running to if you knew what's about to come to you. It's about to get real dangerous. It's about to get real dangerous. It's about to get real dangerous. It's about to get real dangerous.
Today's episode is powered by Dre's Daiquiri Shop at Cotton Gin, where Texas flavor meets game day energy. Cool off with our legendary Texas-style daiquiris and load up on the best football food in town. From crispy, mouth-watering wings to your favorite game day bites, Dre's is your ultimate pregame, halftime, and victory spot. Don't just watch the game. Taste the win at Dre's Daiquiri Shop at Cotton Gin.
Welcome to the show, the One Ass Cheek and 3 Toes. I got my fellas here, BA and Jay Weezy. Fellas, y'all staying warm over there? Sounds like it's kind of cold. I hear.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
Welcome to the fall. Well, for y'all, it's almost 6 months out of the year, right?
It's summer. We only have two seasons: summer and winter.
Yeah.
That's it. We
Yeah.
miss up
And
everything.
it's kind of like Texas. Texas has maybe 2 months of winter and 10 months of summer, so or spring. So, anyways. Well, hey, good to see y'all. Great weekend of football. Our Lions got the dub, put the belt to ass, and Liz's Texans came back in an interesting fashion. We'll talk more about that later.
Yeah, man.
But just crazy week of football. A lot of weird games, and we're gonna get into that too with our Pic Ems. But yeah, let's get started, man. The Lions went into RFK Stadium and took belt to ass to the Commanders. Some would call this a revenge game because of last year. I don't give a crap who was out there. The Lions were going to come out and beat the crap out of them. I said if the Lions would have won, I would have been disappointed, and they did not disappoint. They came out and took it to them. It wasn't even close.
Yeah.
Is that what y'all felt for the game pretty much?
Yeah, from the get-go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
They didn't punt the ball. They scored on every possession.
0 times.
Just about.
Yeah.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I think what it was, really? I think they were really more upset about what happened with Minnesota. Then, as soon as they got settled in and they knew that they were just head and shoulders better than the Commanders, they're like, oh, yeah, we haven't forgotten what y'all did last year. All the taunting in our locker rooms and all the screaming and everything. Now let's put that to test now.
Yeah, I think when we talk about this team, every time there's like a revenge game, like the Niner game, like the Cowboy game, they downplay it during the week and just say it's a business trip. But we all know that it's personal because, like Jay mentioned, they were cheering in the other locker room, and you could hear them when the Lions were giving their presser after the game was over. And I promise you, they didn't forget that crap. They did not forget that 1 minute. 1 minute.
Absolutely. Real talk.
And on top of that, the players were testy. The players for the Commanders were testy in the game.
Man.
Let's talk about that a little bit.
You have people shoving and all the trash talking in their face. One thing we can say about the Lions is that they are disciplined. Dan Campbell has them boys disciplined where they don't react out of emotion. And if they do, when J-Mo, remember when J-Mo had gotten into it last year with the Bears defensive back? Who was that?
Stevenson.
Okay, they sat him down and told him, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't cause penalties. You can't go out here and do something that could possibly get you suspended. So that team is very well poised. They're calm. It was seeming like they were trying to get reactions out of people.
They were trying to bait the Lions players. There's no doubt about that. Like
punching St. Brown in the
Kinlaw
face.
got in front. Yeah. Kinlaw got in front of Goff's face.
Well, let's talk about that one incident in general.
Yeah.
The punch to St. Brown. And at first, there was videos that surfaced that was clearly he punched St. Brown.
Oh, he threw a haymaker at him. Yeah, he wind up and threw a haymaker at him. Yeah.
But they're showing now that the reason why that happened a few plays before St. Brown was out in the field, and he took a swing at DeJuan Payne. But for Amon to do that, And tomorrow I'm going to find out because their podcast comes out tomorrow. I'm going to find out what really kind of happened. But I'm thinking that Amon usually doesn't go after anybody unless you go after him. And so there's probably some plays even before that play where he swung at Payne that Payne did something to him. So you got to look at the whole. So if they're going to try to put out any fines or suspensions, they need to go through the whole tape.
Yeah, Amon will get fined. There's no doubt about that. He will get fined, and I think he knows it already. The thing about that play is that first off, the ref was right there when Amon hit Payne.
Yes,
and if he thought that was a punch, he would have thrown Bond out.
Bingo.
Period.
And off of the history that they had a couple of weeks ago when they fought the Chiefs, I think the Lions are a bit under a microscope.
Oh, absolutely.
People are got the narrative that the Lions are a dirty team. Yes. So even if something looked like a punch, I think they would have looked into that right then and there and possibly thrown out.
If it would have been a punch, Jay, he would have been ejected. Let's just call it what it is.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can always say, well, the second person got caught because Payne's haymaker looked a lot more worse than Amon's did, because Amon's literally walking and Payne just like whacks him right across. It's kind of more of a bitch slap, but they called it a punch. So,
Yeah, I mean, that was. I'm gonna call it what it is, man. I'm sorry, excuse my language, but that was a bitch move. Because you don't sit there and there's somebody walking away from you or doing their own thing, you just come up and sneak them like that. That was
they were pissed off because they were getting their ass kicked. That's all it was. And and one thing I always tell haters all the time that always talk mess, because I was playing Madden earlier, and this guy was a Seattle Seahawks fan. He's talking mess about how Seattle's better than Detroit. I was like, whatever, dude. And at the end of the day, end of the game, I beat his ass, and all I said was scoreboard. That's the greatest comeback. It's the scoreboard. Like, literally, the scoreboard is all that matters, Like,
absolutely.
So let's talk about.
We see Jagoffs too, Robbie.
What's up, Robbie? So let's talk about Dan Glasses. I like that meme going forward.
Dan Glasses.
Yeah. So when you saw Dan with the glasses, did you think that he was like, "Oh man, this guy's gonna be calling plays today"?
Yeah.
Or you think he was just being cool?
Nah, I think he was calling plays for sure. When I saw that, I was like, uh-oh. And I seen it all over social media. It literally clicked in. I think I even sent it to the group, to the text message, like, Campbell might be calling plays. Because he want to see exactly what it is he's calling. He want to see every play, every format, everything he has in front of him.
Okay, so let's dissect this a little bit, because let's be honest, the game was a wash. We knew that the Lions were going to come in and beat the crap out of them. But I think going forward, the bigger discussion is, so there's a couple of areas I want to chat with you guys about. First off, when you saw the video of Johnny Morton in the box, they showed a panoramic picture of him. Mm-hmm. He's just sitting there doing nothing. I was like, damn. Like, that was rough.
Doing something. He was contributing to the offensive play.
Yeah, but I mean, like, in the optics, he was like, he wasn't talking in the mic. He was just looking at the field and all that.
Yeah.
But, it just didn't look good from the optics standpoint.
Dan Campbell, he said everybody had a hand in calling in plays.
Right.
Everybody, from Hank Fraley to Scotty Montgomery.
And I believe him. I believe him 100%.
Everybody had a hand in calling plays. I think that, it just wasn't a one-person thing. I think everybody wanted to identify what the problem could have been and say, you know what? Okay, Hank, let me get your insight. Montgomery, let me get your insight. And they all just came together and put together a game plan. Mm-hmm. I think that's what it was.
Do you think, because I was listening to Ticket on Monday after the game was over, and they said that, do you think that he was calling those plays early, like when the get-go, when they scored those 3 touchdowns in a row? Or do you think he kind of took over like maybe midway through the first half?
No, he was calling everything from the get-go.
Early. First hike. Dan
Campbell.
Yeah. That was Dan Campbell from the first hike.
So,
you know how I can tell the play calling between Dan Campbell and any other offensive, and even Ben Johnson didn't do this as much. Mm-hmm. He gets Khalif Raymond involved in his offense. Ben Johnson didn't even do that. So that's how you know who's calling the play.
he also puts his fast players in space.
Yeah.
Jahmyr Gibbs on the flat against linebackers and cornerbacks. He puts J-Mo on a sweep play across the middle where nobody's going to be able to cover him foot to foot. Like somebody said it best on the talk radio with it. Nobody knows the personnel better than Dan. And we can all agree with that. Because Johnny Morton was there his first year in 2021, but then he left and went somewhere else and had a couple of stops and all that. Dan knows these team through and through. He knows what players are good. He knows what players are need improvement. He knows what players are bad. He knows how to push these players and how to push back on these players. And so it doesn't surprise me that the offense looks more humming with him at the helm.
Absolutely.
Yeah, let's and again, in his presser, he said that he's taking over duties until he is assured that Morton understands how to call the plays. Right. Because again, you just alluded to it. Morton hasn't been here for all the 4 years, 5 years that Dan has.
Exactly.
So Dan knows the personnel. So Morton just needs to learn to use his personnel a lot better. That's all. I don't think it's because he's a bad play caller. I just think that he doesn't know how to utilize the players because he hasn't been here. See, right. Ben Johnson knew how to use all the play. Well, kind of knows how to use everybody.
He knew the guys. He knew them. He knew them. Yeah. First year. Only thing I will say is I agree with that, B. But one thing I want Johnny Morton to do is stop throwing his O-lineman under the bus. Stop throwing the O-lineman under the bus because we've seen that the O-line can still play. While there may be a few injuries and things been shaken up, you still have a lot of talent.
But he's not. But yes, Jay, you're right. But he's not wrong when he says that there were breaking of the line. I mean, when you have leakage in the line, it's going to cause more pressures. It's going to cause more sacks. So he wasn't wrong on how he said it. Decker, when Decker was interviewed, he said there was more scheme.
Exactly. It was a couple people who said that. Now, with that being said, one thing that gets me is that when you got the coach saying one thing and then you got the player saying another thing, Taylor Decker, Mahogany,
that doesn't look good. Let's just be honest. That doesn't look good.
Right. And I mean, obviously, with the exception of Ratledge, considering he's a rookie, but with everybody else is telling you like it's a scheme issue, you got the running back tell you it's a scheme issue. I tend to believe them a little bit more because just a couple of weeks ago, Gibbs and Montgomery was going off together. You had Jamison Williams going off. You had Laporta going off. So what happened from the
so it's not a scheme issue. It's more of they had leakage in the line. You know what I'm saying?
I think it works both ways. I think there was a scheme issue, and I think that the offensive players weren't playing up to their ability. And again, that has to do with John Morton not knowing the players. So if he doesn't know the players that well, and this is the whole thing about the communication issue too, where we had Dan Campbell saying the communication was bad, and John saying that it wasn't. He, in his mind, offensive coordinators have to have an ego. Because if they don't have an ego, they're not going to be good offensive coordinators. Mm-hmm. In Johnny's mind, he's thinking everything is okay. The offense is still was kind of running at a high octane, and they really didn't miss a beat from last year. But you had that's what the players do. The players make that offense go as well. What looked bad was the offensive line, and see what happened with this last game. You saw a lot of shifting of the offensive linemen. You saw a whole different setup of the offensive line. So the scheme worked fine for their offense.
Right.
And that's what John Morton didn't do.
But is it more in the sense that it was the opponent that we played? I mean, let's be honest. I mean, Brian Flores, like I said before, Ben Johnson figured out Brian Flores because he's played against Brian Flores multiple times. This is the first time Johnny Morton's ever gone against Brian Flores, and it was a rude awakening. I think Johnny will be better going forward because of this experience. But my question to y'all is, if you say it's a scheme issue in that Vikings game, what was your answers to fix that when you had everybody either giving away a hold or leaking water in that line? Hell, Gibbs couldn't even hold protection because he had a fast linebacker blowing him up every time. What was your answer to that?
I think it was a scheme. I'm gonna really go back to. I'm gonna loop back to that because I want to break it down little by little. First game, Green Bay. They made the Detroit Lions look like a JV team. Very first game. The Lions rebounded the second game against the Chicago Bears with a good defense. I mean, I really want to give the Chicago Bears a little bit of credit. A good defense. They did it against Cleveland, against some of the best pass rushers and D linemen in the league, and they shut them down on defense. It was all a communication thing. And I'm talking about with Mahogany, with Radledge, with Graham Glasgow, who's not really good with run blocking. Mm-hmm. They still were able to rush for over 100 yards with Gibb and Montgomery. Mm-hmm. And you were still able to protect Jared Goff. They didn't give up a sack for like 3 games after that Green Bay game. And they went out there and they did everything after Dan Campbell came out and emphasized it was a communication issue. You have to get your assignments. You have to block your assignments. You have to get to the second.
I don't think it was a communication issue with this Vikings game. I think it was basically their front 7 was a lot better than our O-line that game. Like everybody gave up pressures that game. Sewell even gave up pressures. So let me re-ask the question. What would you have done different than Johnny Morton in that game? Because he couldn't run the football. We couldn't protect.
A bit faster because I feel like they were literally just blitzing straight over the center, bringing them through the A gap, straight over the center, and Graham Glasgow not being the good protector that he was.
And Goff did have to get rid of the ball. He dirted a couple of throws, and I don't know what else he could do. I mean, I just think he was overwhelmed.
First of all, what happened was the running game was bad. The passing game was fine. Goff threw for 77% completion in that game, so Goff wasn't the issue. The passing game wasn't the issue. The running game is. And when you don't have the running game working with the passing game, that's going to happen. And it wasn't about scheme as much as it is about the players having their head in the game. That was the problem. And that whole offensive line just looked like shit. The running backs looked like shit. Jahmyr Gibbs missing blocks. DC said the same thing. I've never seen Jahmyr miss blocks that bad in my entire time being here.
And they must have Jahmyr was having problems because they were blowing him up every time in that game. He gave up 8 pressures by himself.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm just saying the point of the matter is in each of the games they lost, sans maybe the Kansas City game, they were not the first game against Green Bay. They were looking bad on that line. And I can understand that then.
That was a communication issue for sure.
Because that was new. No, that was just new people playing in a real NFL game. That's all. But
they were lacking communication with each other because they hadn't worked with each other. That's what I'm trying to say.
They worked with each other. They work with no. They have communication. The problem is they didn't have to use that in a real game. All that stuff was during preseason. So, and this is what I was talking about, them playing a preseason game so they can get
exactly. That line probably should have played in the preseason. Exactly. Right.
One thing we can say,
it just different varies of reasons why they lost the 3 games they lost. The first game, they weren't prepared on the offensive line. The second game, who knows what the hell is going on in that game? It was just bad execution everywhere.
Yeah.
I don't think they played bad. I don't think the defense played bad. I just think that the execution was off. Against Minnesota, nobody showed up.
Yeah, I will say this. For me, the common theme of all 3 losses have been no running game. You look at all 3 games, the Packers, we didn't run the football. The Chiefs, we really didn't run the football. We sure as hell didn't run the football against the Vikings. When you stop our run, you basically put a hand behind our back and make us play left-handed. And that's where we suck because Goff, our guys are not made to pass protect for that long. On top of that, Goff is not a mobile quarterback. So when you bring the heat, you're screwed. Look at last night's game. The Packers could not run the football consistently because the Eagles brought pressure on Love the whole game. That's what you do. You have to stop that run. So if we struggle on the run, that's what's going to hurt us in the long run.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. And one thing about Johnny Morton that it really ticks me off, and I see a lot of people talk about it, is that if it's a 3rd and long, why are you running the screenplay? You're not going to break one. They're almost expecting you to.
Well, that's
something.
a give up because they don't. Not a lot of coordinators have a 3rd and 15 play in their handbook.
Right.
I mean,
right. 1 and 2. I mean, their third down is atrocious, and I don't think that's just because of Morton. I think that's because the offensive line is not blocking to get to that third down. You notice we have more 3rd and longs now than we did last year. That's because the offensive line is putting them in position.
Pre-snaps and negative runs. That's what's killing us.
But let me tell you something.
The 3rd and that.
Where you see Morton being good in an area he's good at is red zone offense. We're 6th in the league with red zone offense. So
which matters
as long as you do that, right. And that's what Ben Johnson was. Now, Ben Johnson, I think we were higher last year. I think we were like 3rd or something like that in red zone offense. But the point is, we're still in the top 10. And like I said, it's the offensive line. I've said this from the beginning of the season. That interior line is going to – the Lions are going to go wherever that interior line goes. If it goes bad, it's going to be a bad day for the Lions.
Yeah.
If it's good, they're going to win games. And that's the thing. I think what Dan wanted to do was just to have more consistency. Now, like I said, the next game will be a real test for him. This was against the Washington. Washington had nobody out there, and then they lost more people because they were acting ignorant as fuck. So the result was what it was.
But if you,
I think they would have beat them anyway. But
if you believe in stats, the Eagles are a very mid defense. If their rankings are in the 20s on the run and overall, so they're not a world defense like they were last year. So Dan should have success against this defense. But we're going to talk more about that when we get to the preview. But one thing I think Dan said that I thought was really interesting, because he's got a fumble. He kind of fumbled in this presser about this whole thing because it's a very sensitive situation. Like you don't want to admit that, hey, I took this role from this guy, but he's still there. You know what I'm saying? It's like Milton from The Office Space. He's still in the back of the room.
He don't want to make him look bad. He don't want to embarrass.
Right. But
I don't think that was his intention anyway. You just got to pick up some of the meat of his convo with everybody and other questions he was asking. It came down to this: Morton doesn't know the personnel like Dan does. Morton still has to get used to that. So, I mean, if that's the case, then I can understand where Dan was say, look, I want you to do this. I'm going to call the plays for a while until you get the hang of what I want you to do, because everything runs through Dan.
Yeah,
even with Ben Johnson, everything runs through Dan.
And if everything runs through Dan Campbell,
right? And the one thing I want to allude to, there you go, perfect. And one thing I want to allude to that he said when Ben Johnson became the OC, before Ben Johnson became the OC, he took over the play calling. I think he did like 8 games of play calling. Remember, in 2021, he's called the plays, and then he gave it to Ben. So Ben could kind of learn the personnel, learn how he wants to run the offense, and then hand the keys over. I think the same thing he's doing with Johnny Morton, like B was saying. He's going to take over the play calling right now and show Johnny Morton how he wants the offense to be run, get him more familiarized with player personnel. And then at some point, he'll probably transition back to Johnny Morton. But, if it's working, don't fix it. Let's look at it that way. Like, we had great success against the Commanders. Yes, the defense was trash, but that was success. If we would have struggled against Commanders with our offense, oh man, all hell would have broken loose.
Offense of yesteryear we're used to. That's the offense that we're used to getting off, going for almost. Look, how many yards did the Lions get held to last week against the Vikings? I'm not really sure. I can't think of the number off my head.
They didn't get held to. They doubled whatever Minnesota had.
We're at 500.
But they had 520 yards, right?
Right.
They have
500. The offense, even though the offensive line played bad, where we saw the difference was the running in Minnesota.
Yes.
Okay, against Minnesota, they still put up numbers. They still doubled whatever Minnesota had in offensive yards. That's what sucked about. That's why the Lions were in it all the way to the end because of that. Minnesota's not that great of a defense, and if you looked at the Baltimore game, I told y'all. Minnesota is not good at all.
That's why I think, and I agree that I think the Lions should have played better, but I think it was more schematical rather it being just the players, because Dan Campbell, he has a full roster of people. He don't look at the guys on the practice squad or the backups and be like, okay, those are just guys. He know that wherever he needs players, he can put them in, right? Like I was Sika last week, and he came in this game beasting, and we already are familiar with Awasika. You know, players. We have depth. I think it was just really schematical. I'll go to my grade.
I think also too, like Dan, this was kind of like the teacher showing the student moment. Like Dan was showing Johnny Morton, like it can be done. Like I'm not a play caller, dude, and I put up 44 points. Could have put up 50 points because they held the 2 field goals in the red zone. You know, could have put up 50 plus points. JMO got off. Laporta got some off. Amara got off. Gibbs got off. You know, like even Monty at the end got off. Like, dude, all your playmakers got off in the game. So he showed Johnny, like, it can be done. If Johnny, because I guarantee you, Johnny's a hard ass, just like Ben Johnson was. Okay? But Dan likes those kind of guys because they challenge him. He's always said, I like guys that challenge me. But this was a put in the moment for Johnny Morton. Said, you know what, dude? Humbled yourself. Like, hey, like this can run as a hot oil machine. I just got to follow whatever Dan wants to do. Because if Dan can do it, I sure as hell can do it. Because I'm a play caller. Dan's not a play caller.
It's got to be what he is. But it's got to be the acceptance. It's got to be an acceptance by Morton. That's the whole point. His mind's got to be into it. You got to say, I'm going to accept what the head coach says because I have to change my offense to go with what he wants. That's why he was tutoring Ben when he was here. He didn't give Ben the reins that the rest of that season, even after he let Lynn, took Lynn off offensive. He was doing all the offense. Remember how it changed in midseason? Yep. And you were like, oh, because that's when they won their 3 games, tied won 3 games when he was the offensive, he was calling the offense. And Ben was learning from that. And Ben says, okay, so I have to do this and do that, blah, blah, blah. So it's just a process. And I think Johnny Morton just came later in our process, and he doesn't know everybody like that. And this is why Dan took over.
It'll be interesting.
And it takes time. It really takes time to get to because this Lions team is the most – I still will say this. The Lions are the most loaded offense in the league. They are have threats at every single level.
Sure.
Johnny Morton doesn't come from a team like that. Denver was never like that. Jets were never like that. Wherever he went, they
weren't even like that when he first came into the Lions. You're right. Yeah.
He's never worked with this many people, and I don't know if he know how to use these many people right now. One thing that he has to learn, though, is that the running game is going to be your bread and butter, and it's going to open up everybody. It's going to open everybody up like doors. If you can run the ball well, put your linemen in good positions, put your running backs in good positions, you'll be able to feed the ball to Amon-Ra on third downs. Jameson Williams, send him down the field. Sam Laporta, whoever you want to go to, they will be open if you can just run.
Yeah, like B said, this Eagles team is going to be the litmus test, like to see what kind of front caller Dan is, because it's a better team, better personnel defensively. Obviously, their stats aren't as glaring as the players they have, but they still have dudes.
Oh yeah, they're good. I'll give it to the Eagles.
And it's gonna be at their house, so there's gonna be a lot of momentum. Real quick, to kind of wrap up.
He is not a hoe.
Yeah, to kind of wrap up this conversation. What else did you take away from the game? Outside of the
one thing I want to take away from the game, and B, I know you've seen this video because I put it up on TikTok. But one thing that really kind of just concerned me a little bit is our defense got 9 pressures from the defensive line. That's a season low for the Lions. Of any game this season, they got 9 pressures. And Brian Branch had a sack and a half, and Roy Lopez had the other half of the sack because they got 2 sacks in the game. I just want to know that the defense is going to be able to hold their own against that offense in Philadelphia because, as we've seen last night.
Well, we'll talk about.
And this is just like a quick preview. Philadelphia don't need 30 points to win a game. They can win 10-7.
But they're gonna need to score more points than 10 because I guarantee you we're gonna put up some points. I don't see them shutting our offense down.
I'll get there. I don't want to, and we haven't transitioned to that yet. But
I will say this: if there is one concern that Shep needs to clear up very, very quickly, it's red zone defense. You talk about the offense, how good the offense is and red zone offense, that's fantastic. But we're giving up as many points on the red zone defenses too. You can't do that. You got to clean that up. I'd rather be better in red zone defense on defense than red zone offense.
Are you talking about as a whole, or are you meaning like
I'm talking about
maybe
we're one of the worst red zone defenses in the NFL. We need to clean that up.
25th.
They can run the ball into the end zone.
We gave up 3 wide open touchdowns in the red zone.
Because I wanted to ask the question: how much do you think that attributes to the injuries we have?
Some parts.
None.
But
You don't.
missed assignments are not a good thing in the red zone. But
Because I'll be honest with you, be very honest. I think this team is missing Kirby Joseph. I seen a couple of plays the other day that Kirby Joseph.
He's an all-pro, bro. Yeah, he's an all-pro.
Yeah, it would have been like he would have took that ball. Like when he hit the ball to Robbie Chosen over. Who was it? He caught the ball over. I can't even think of that guy's name, but he caught the ball, and I'm like, dude, if that was Kirby Joseph, I'll
go a step further, man. We're missing DJ Reed.
Yeah,
because DJ Reed is making everybody play out of place.
Yeah,
when DJ Reed is there. Terrian plays his plays. Meek plays his plays. You have Kirby in the back. You have BB. Everybody falls in line.
Yeah,
we're missing both those dudes. But
I think it's a good players that they are.
Even missing. With that being said, Kirby is the play caller in the backfield in the back four.
Correct. Yeah.
DJ's not. So DJ being out is just something that we're already used to. We're always used to our number one corners not being there all the time. So,
but he was playing at a high level before he got hurt.
He was playing okay. He wasn't playing at that high of a level. He did have an interception, but I don't consider that playing high level. But the point of the matter, whoever is taking over him, TA is doing a pretty damn good job. He was doing a great job in the Washington.
I want to put Meek back at the
Meek is out there, but if you have Kirby out there, all that comes together. You don't even have to
Meek
worry
needs
about
to go back to the Meek needs to go back to the nickel. I want to see Reed back in the starting spot.
Last year,
we all want our starters to do that.
In
reality, you can't do that right now.
I agree.
You're going to see how bad we're going to miss DJ Reed when we play the Eagles. I'm telling you right now, but we'll get into that later.
Really quick, I agree with you on that. And Nate, you kind of proved this last year. Remember, you sent us film about how, and when Kirby Joseph picked off the San Francisco 49ers for the last pick of the game, remember, they passed off coverage to Kirby Joseph. Literally, he was wide open for the catch.
Sure.
Kirby Joseph is that general of the defense. He just really is.
I get it. But we're gonna we got to move on, but we're gonna talk more. We're gonna talk more about the Philadelphia matchup.
Yeah.
But we got Liz here. What's up, Liz?
All
right.
What's up, guys?
All right, B. Give us the power rankings.
Oh yeah, gotta do that. Okay.
Thank you for those. Good to see the Lions back at number 8. Also, too, another fun fact is the Lions in our division have the most points scored and are second in defense and points allowed. So shout out to the Lions. Yep. All right. We're going to get into our picks. B, how did everybody do this week?
So, of course, Jay, I'm telling you, man, there's voodoo going on here. He was 9-5. I was 9-5, and Nate and Liz, you were 8-6. Or no, Nate, you were 9-5 as well, and Liz was 8-6.
There you go. Hey, all right. And overall,
Jay is 88-42. I am 79 and 51. Liz is 77 and 53. And you are also tied with Liz at 77 and 53, Nate.
All right.
With that win. So,
all right. Still a lot more football to go. All right. Before we get started, just real quick, we're just going to be picking the teams who's going to win. We're not going to worry about the covers and all that. That will be on the All 32 show with me and B. So tune into that show for the spreads and all that and totals. But we're going to get into who's going to win. So let's get started. All right.
This is week
starting
10,
off.
right?
Week 11.
Week 11. Dang.
Yep.
All right. Starting off, Jets and Patriots on Thursday night. B.
I don't know what that was for. who was it? Jets and who? You said
Not from your ass. Jets and Patriots Thursday night.
We should do the point total though. I love doing that too, man.
Yeah, I still want to hear like who's.
No. We'll do that all 32.
I mean,
That's part of our show.
We can fit it in there if we can. Let me see here. Okay. The Jets at the Patriots. Yeah, I think that this is going to be where the Jets winning streak ends. New England's got this one.
Okay. Jay?
Give me the Pats, man. Aaron Glenn got them playing, but they want that number 1 overall pick. Give me the Pats.
Liz?
Patriots.
Yeah,
you
Drake
got the
May
Jets
playing out of it. Yeah.
Oh, you got okay.
You got Patriots.
Hey. Okay.
All right. Yeah, I got Patriots too. Jake May's playing MVP level.
Right.
Really, really impressive player right now. All right, going to Spain. Commanders versus Dolphins. B.
You know what? I'm taking the Dolphins. I think they're gonna.
Okay.
I think Washington's just a mess right now.
Yeah.
They were where the Dolphins were a couple of weeks ago. So I'm taking the Dolphins.
Jay?
Give me the Dolphins, man. Commanders are in complete disarray, man. Seriously.
Yeah.
Liz?
Dolphins.
Yeah, clean sweep. I'll take the Dolphins too. Yeah, they're playing free and easy now. Now that they kind of got the cloud out of the way, they're playing good, man. Beating Buffalo, going to Spain now.
And Payne was suspended, so he won't be playing in that game.
Yeah, he didn't want to travel. All right, Bears versus Vikes. B.
I'm giving this one to the Vikings. I think that I see something. I would give it to the Bears if it was in Chicago, but it's in Minnesota, so I'm giving it to Minnesota. Minnesota owes them one anyway.
Jay.
This is hard. Yeah, if it's in Minnesota, give me Minnesota. I got Minnesota.
Hey, yo.
What up?
Liz.
What up?
I'm gonna go Bears.
Okay. I'm taking the Vikings too, y'all. It's at home. And I really think people have been giving Caleb his flowers. Good luck against Brian Flores. That's all I gotta say. And they want revenge for that. They won that last game, but still, Brian Flores is gonna bring the house on on Caleb Williams. So give me the Vikings.
He's forced out of the pocket more than any other quarterback in the league, bro. That's crazy.
Yeah. But I don't trust JJ McCarthy either. So I don't know what the hell could happen. I mean, both defenses might just kill both quarterbacks. Who knows? So I'll take the Vikings. It's at home. All right, Bengals versus Steelers.
I hate this. I hate that division. I do.
The AFC North and one of the best to literally one of the
might
worst.
be back soon.
I'm going to take Yo said bear down. Okay, Yo. I'm taking the Steelers because it's in Pittsburgh. So, yeah, I'll take it.
There you go. Jay.
Give me the Squealers. Bengals are done.
Steelers. Liz.
Steelers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has got to show up, man. Like that last game, say you're old without saying you're old.
You're old.
You're old.
That play where you guys just shake that guy and then fumbled the ball. That was Aaron Rodgers in a nutshell right there. Sorry, Robbie. I'm sure you probably laughed at that when you saw that. Like an old man trying to find his glasses. All right. Buccaneers at Bills. B.
Ooh.
Oh,
Both of them
yeah.
are coming off
Come
some
on. You know where to go.
disappointing winnings.
You know where to go.
Yeah, you know what?
You know where to go. Come on, B.
It's gonna be Bills are at home. They got embarrassed by Miami, dude. This is like we got to get back and just beat the crap out of the Buccaneers. Now, I don't know who's going to be returning for the. I think Godwin may return for the Buccaneers this one,
Irvin's
and
gonna be out for
maybe
a while.
Irvin. Well, yeah, I don't know.
They said Irving was going to be out.
They said week to week.
There's no timetable. Yeah,
but I'm going with the Bills anyway.
Give me the freaking Bills, man. Josh Allen bounces back and have an MVP type performance. Give me the Bills.
Liz.
Jay's leading.
Mm-hmm.
Him and his.
I am. That would be me.
Bills.
Bills. Yeah, I mean the Bills got embarrassed by the Dolphins. They better win this game. If they don't win this game, I'm gonna go out and say that McDermott gets fired. If they don't win this
I don't know if he gets fired, but I think that the Bills.
You lose 2 games in a row, and you're supposed to win these games. They're gonna get fired. But anyways,
yeah, maybe at the end of the season.
Maybe. Chargers versus Jaguars. B.
It's in Duval.
Yep.
Chargers surprised me against Pittsburgh. They came out and beat the hell out of them.
Yeah.
I think they're going to do the same thing to the Jaguars. I'm going to pick the Chargers because I'm not picking the Jaguars. I'm not picking the Jaguars.
All right.
You can't blow a 19-point lead. No, I'm not picking.
Give me the Chargers, man. Travis Hunter went to the he's actually done for the season, right? He having surgery on his
for the year. Mm-hmm.
LCL.
They're doing good with him, so
it's over.
Anyway.
It's the O. Give me the Chargers.
Liz.
I'm gonna do the Chargers.
You know she is.
I'm taking the Jags, though, and I'll tell you why. I think Walker and I think Allen are gonna feast on that O line. That O line's really bad, and if that's one thing they can do is put pressure on Herbert, it could be a long day for him. So give me the Jags.
It's gonna be a long. Okay.
All right.
Think about it this way, though. They went against the Jags. Houston did, and they didn't. Yeah, Chargers. They shouldn't have beat the Pit. They should have beat the Steelers if that was the case. Because the Steelers, were,
the Steelers sacked Herbert 5 times and hit him 9 times. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm taking that D line on that O-line.
Dang, Robbie.
Jesus,
all right.
Robbie.
All right. All right. Packers versus Giants. B.
Giants just got rid of DeBoer. I think that's going to make it worse for the Giants, to tell you the truth.
Yeah.
I do.
And it's set.
I don't know if Dart's going to play or not. He was in concussion protocol.
I have to go with the whack pack.
All right.
Yeah, give me the Packers. They need a bounce back game. They just lost 2 at home, so they need to go off road and pick up this dub.
Liz, you got the Packers?
Always.
FTP. All right. Yeah. Yeah, I got the Packers too. Honestly, dude, LaFleur's coaching for his job. Like it's serious in Green Bay. Like if you listen to talk radio and listen to the news behind LaFleur, his seat is getting really hot. If he loses this game, they're gonna have to find the coach. Yeah. So,
I don't know. I don't know if they consider firing him. I mean, he's still one of their best coaches they've had in a very long time. So,
but I mean, their offense is ass, man. I mean, the last 3 games
they just need to make a couple
of
adjustments, and I think that'd be fine.
Well, that's
not an injury. Who was that lineman that just got injured?
Jenkins.
Was it
Jenkins? Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that's going to be big.
He's out for the year, isn't he?
Well, that's their center. Yeah.
Yeah, he's
So I guess they're going to have to move.
Yeah.
What are they going to move in the center?
They'll probably move some guy that nobody's even heard of in the center.
And their offensive line already isn't that good.
Yeah.
So now they lost one of their stalwart offensive line.
All I know is they lose to the Giants. All hell's gonna break loose in Green Bay. That's all I gotta say.
Oh man,
it's already.
They gotta play the Giants, then they gotta go play Minnesota in Minnesota. Then they gotta play the Lions. It doesn't look good for them in the offensive line. Their defense is fine. I
Yeah.
commend their defense, but their offense is suck.
Yeah, their defense can hold. Their defense can hold them in games.
Mhm.
All right. Yeah, give me the whackers. Panthers versus Falcons. B.
I want to go Panthers, but they got beat by the Saints in the Panthers.
Yeah.
And I think the Falcons are kind of pissed off that they got their ass whooped the first time by the Panthers. So I'm going to take the Falcons. Sorry, Sonia.
Jay.
Give me the Falcons. There's no way the Panthers sweep the Falcons, man.
Yeah.
No way.
Liz.
Falcons.
Yeah, it's in Atlanta. Even though I don't trust Michael Penix, so I would definitely not even stay. I would stay away from this game.
Run the freaking ball, Atlanta. That's
Give the ball to Bijan Robinson. Period.
The freaking ball. Give it to Algiers and him.
All right.
What you gotta do?
Niners versus Cardinals. Robbie, you're not going to get a card from the Steelers, that's for sure. Go ahead.
Right.
Niners versus Cards. B.
Niners.
41ers.
No faith in the Cardinals.
Give me the 40-winers. No faith in the Cardinals at all.
Liz.
I'm going Cardinals.
Oh, I was going to say don't do it.
And it's in San Francisco, right?
No, it's
No,
it's in Arizona. But I still don't trust Cardinals.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm
trust
taking
the Cardinals.
I'm with Liz. I'm taking the Cardinals.
I don't know. I think
Brock
when they're
Purdy
at
probably
home, it's
returns.
something different. Yeah.
Oh, like when they were home against Tennessee? That different?
Okay.
And the Cardinals didn't show up for that game against the Seahawks, so they're
They
pissed,
didn't.
so-
They didn't.
and they're home. So give me the Cardinals at home.
Cardinals.
All right, game of the year probably Seahawks versus Rams. B.
This is going to be a good one.
Really good.
I'm going to tell you what, because it's in LA, I'm taking the Rams. And Stafford he's on fire. He's playing. He's the better quarterback in this matchup. But Sam Darnold ain't no joke either. But
no,
Stafford is playing like way up there. He's playing opposite of what Aaron Rodgers is playing.
I got a request. I need to know the spread for this game.
Me too.
I need to know.
I didn't look at scores.
two and a half.
Rams got a 3.5 point favorite.
3.5, 2.5. Yeah.
Rams.
Give me the Seahawks. Sam Darnold goes in there and put that
Seahawks
fire out
too.
at SoFi Stadium. Give me the
All
Seahawks.
right. Liz.
Seahawks.
I'm taking the Rams. I mean, Matt Stafford's playing at a MVP level with Puka
Give me
Nacua and
the
Devontae
freaking
Adams.
Seahawks.
I don't trust Darnold. I mean, I like Darnold, but Darnold makes dumb mistakes.
I just don't trust Darnold at the end of the year or in the playoffs.
The difference
Against
in
good
this
teams.
game is the running game. Seattle doesn't have a very good running game. The Rams have a plaque. I mean, they're not as good either, but they're better. Blake Corum and Kyrie. Yeah, I'm taking them over.
This is
Seattle's run defense though. Their defense is pretty stout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is
So
going
is
to
the
be
Rams.
this is going to be a shootout. I really do think both defenses are going to take a back seat to this game. It's going to be a shootout, and it's going to come down to which quarterback you trust not to make a mistake, Stafford or Darnold. I would say Darnold.
You know what? Matthew Stafford can, in big moments, Matthew Stafford likes to, the bed.
Nah, that's not true.
Absolutely it is.
No,
All right.
No, it's not.
You remember that year?
He's a gunslinger.
Remember
There's no
that
doubt
year
about
the
that.
Lions only needed one victory to win the NFC North, and they went on like an 8-game. What was like a 5-6 game losing streak? Y'all remember that game? Y'all remember that year?
You remember the year when he led the league in comebacks because that's all he was doing to do.
Listen, I absolutely do.
It was the Lions. You can't put that anywhere on Stafford. The Lions.
Matthew Stafford the bed. And
because
I know I'm a Stafford hater. I admit it. But
you are a Stafford hater because you don't know nothing about that boy like that, bro.
I do.
Stafford. He's a best quarterback. He's a top 10 quarterback all time.
Hey, who gives a shit? He's not on the Lions anymore. Let's move on.
I remember there was a time Matthew Stafford would literally throw the ball into triple coverage to Calvin Johnson and end up getting
because he's a gunslinger.
No.
He's a gunslinger.
Or getting him killed.
Throwing in triple coverage and making Calvin Johnson look like a god.
Hey,
I remember that like yesterday.
I'll break the tie. You live and die with Stafford. That's all it is. You live with the good plays and you die with the bad plays. That's just what he does. All right.
So the in total defense, just to let you know, the Seahawks are 9th and the Rams are 11th.
Yeah. I really think it's going to be a shootout. All right. Chiefs at Broncos, B.
You know what? I'm going to go for the Broncos because I think their defense is going to shut Mahomes down.
Mhm.
I think the defense is playing really well. And fuck the Chiefs.
You know you want to take Mahomes.
I was just gonna
I
say
see
that.
that look on your face, Jay. You want to take Mahomes.
Mm.
Give
Oh
me
my gosh, Robbie.
Give me the Chiefs. Give me
I
the Chiefs,
knew it.
man.
I knew he was going to take
They like
Mahomes.
Michael Myers. They just won't.
It's not a bad pick. It's not a bad.
They
pick.
just won't go away. They like Michael Myers. They just will not go away.
Yeah.
I gotta pick the Chiefs.
And this is a huge game for the division because if the Chiefs lose this game, they're 3 games behind the Broncos, which is almost impossible to catch up.
They can't have that.
Liz.
Broncos.
Yeah, I'm taking the Broncos. That D line is sick, and they will get to Mahomes like crazy.
They'll knock his ass around.
Yeah. Ravens at Browns. B.
Ravens.
Jay.
Ravens.
Liz.
Ravens.
Damn, y'all don't pick any. We might as well just pick all the same teams. Shit.
No, we were doing good.
Well, I'm not going to trust the Browns.
I think there's like
who's gonna pick the Browns? Who's gonna pick the damn Browns, mate?
I will say this: that with that defense, anything's possible. But I don't trust Dylan Gabriel. I don't trust Dylan Gabriel.
I think the Ravens are. I think the Ravens are slowly.
Yeah.
If it wasn't Lamar playing, then I would probably pick the Browns.
Yeah,
but
then
you
I'll
look
pick
at
the
that
Browns. But it's
But you look at
Lamar's
that
playing.
Vikings game. But you get that Vikings game. The Vikings did a pretty good job on Lamar. It was the
They
other
did,
players that got
but
off.
Yeah.
All right.
I had him in fantasy. He didn't do that good of a job. Anyway.
All right. Cowboys at Vegas. B.
Vegas, baby.
Oh,
Can I
you
get
know
the
what?
spread on that one?
that's a nasty game right there.
Vegas.
Why does it matter?
Dallas.
Just pick the
Dallas
team.
is favored by 3.5.
Yeah, Dallas is gonna win.
Thank you.
Give me Dallas.
Yeah, I'm going Dallas too.
Dallas.
Give me the Raiders.
Wow.
You just got to be different.
You ask for the spread and you take the Raiders. That's fine.
Yes, because I know it's going
All
to be by a field goal. And plus, that's my dad's team.
Okay. All right. Yeah, give me the Cowboys, man. I mean, I just can't trust Geno Smith. Like, if it was a different quarterback, maybe, but I just can't trust Geno.
He has potential.
Well, I'm going to tell you something. This is going to be the test for Dallas. Their defense is still not the greatest defense ever. But
they don't have to be against the
middle of the
Raiders.
line. The middle of that line is stout now.
Yeah,
You got
and Overshown's back too.
Quinn Williams is coming back. You got all that whole middle line's coming back.
Yep.
Being there, they're going to stop that run. So Jensen's not going to
know
be able
what?
to run.
And you want to know something else? R.I.P. Marshawn Nealon, but they playing for that boy.
Yeah, that's the other thing. Yep.
I just don't.
I
I
was
just don't
just
know.
talking to.
I just don't know. I just don't know like who the Raiders are going to throw the ball to out of Brock Bowers. I mean, they traded Jacoby Myers. I mean, shoot, who do they have other than 2 tight ends?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Liz. Texans at Titans. B.
I'm
Crowd
definitely going
should be
Texans on
back.
this one.
Yeah, should be back.
Definitely going with the Texans.
Jay.
I'm just putting Liz down for Texans, so she ain't got to say nothing.
Liz, I'm sorry. Give me the Titans. I think Cam Moore goes out there and he put on the show.
Okay, that's a loss for Jay. We might mark that down ahead of time.
Hey, he could be right. He could be wrong, but we need to
Come
get that.
on.
Cam Moore needs to pick it up. I think
Tennessee has lost 8 games at home, Jay.
Hey, who gives a shit? He picks different. We pick different. We need to cut that
Houston
gap.
defense is a 16.7.
Watch, and they're on the road. What are they like on the road? How well are they on the road against a divisional opponent?
We don't even know. We don't even know if Stroud's going to play.
I mean, yeah, we
Sounds
don't, but
funny.
like Tennessee scores 1.2. You know what? It's all
What
right.
you got, Nate?
I'm taking the Texans for the defense, but the thing is, I will say this to Jay. Cam Ward at some point is going to have win a game. At some point.
Who the hell? And what better team to do it against than a divisional opponent?
Yeah.
Nah, no way. All right, Jay.
All right.
That's crazy.
All right.
That's
All right.
crazy, Jay.
Like I said, that'll be a loss. That'll be a loss.
Hey, that's all right. It cuts the gap for our trying to catch up. That's what we need.
Right.
We need those. Come
Right.
on. All right.
I'm just saying.
All right. Moving on. Last one. The Lions versus the She-Gulls. B.
You know I ain't picking the fucking Eagles.
Jay.
Give me the Lions. Really quick. You know something? The Lions do not do well against teams when they have their back against the wall. Philadelphia don't have their backs against the wall. The Lions are playing for something. They know that they're holding the number one spot in the division right now. The race is tight. They know they need to go and win on the road against a big team like Philly. They know that.
This is
great.
It's in Philly, right?
It's in Philly.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me the Lions, man.
Mm-hmm. Liz.
You want to say Eagles? Just say Eagles.
Just
Say
say
it.
who
Go ahead and
cares?
say it.
Just say Eagles.
We ain't gonna get mad at you. Just go ahead and
Be a
say it.
hater.
Yeah, you gotta crash out.
Be a hater. She's just mad because Green Bay got their ass kicked yesterday. So
Yeah, fuck Green Bay.
all right.
The
She's gonna go with the other green team.
the love bum. That's his
Come
nickname.
on, Liz.
The love bum.
That's
I really
good,
don't
Liz.
know. Like, y'all are number 8, but Eagles are number 6. And
Just pick a team.
all right, I'll go with
Go with
Eagles.
Shut down
Go with my gut.
Saquon. You can shut down the Eagles.
Statement game for the Lions. Give me the Lions, baby.
Mm-hmm.
They're going to be talking about the Lions after this game.
They're already talking about the Lions.
They'll be talking about them more.
No, they're gonna be talking about them like they're gonna be in the Super
Because when they
Bowl.
talk about the Lions, they mention Eagles before them.
It's gonna be. I'm gonna tell you how this is gonna go. So the Lions are gonna beat Philadelphia, and the Rams are gonna beat Seattle, right? What do you think this is gonna set up as in the playoffs? Stafford versus the Lions.
No, let's
Yeah,
not talk about that.
again.
No, let's not talk about
And
that.
the Lions
Okay.
eliminate them. Again.
I don't want to see Stafford. Damn it, that makes me cringe. But we'll get to that.
Yeah.
Why
I
not?
want to see in the
All
playoffs.
right.
All
right.
One is LA, the other one Green Bay Packers.
All right.
Yeah. All right.
That-
Well,
All right. The picks are
See what
completed.
happens.
Liz,
week
we'll see you in a
11.
few.
Here we go.
Yeah. Let's go.
Peace.
All right. All right, fellas. It's finally here. The Lions versus the She-Gulls. I'm going to say what I'm going to say from last year. They did not play us. And I want to see what this Eagles defense looks like with our healthy defense. Because this is probably the healthiest that we've been all year.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and we're getting reinforcements back. Josh should probably play. Rodrigo's probably going to play. Yeah. So I'm really intrigued to see how this game goes. Let's talk about it. What are y'all's initial thoughts about this matchup?
You know, going into last week's game against the Washington Commanders, I felt like this game against the Eagles would have been a little more daunting and more like, oh man, it could possibly be a loss more than it could be a victory. But that was only because, as we said before, we felt like the line played crappy. We felt like the team just played crappy and they didn't show up. But they showed up against the Washington Commanders. They showed up and they took care of business, and they looked like the team from yesteryear, the team that can average, go out there and put up 30, 40 points in one game and can do it on the road or at home. And I think that's going to play a big factor with this game here because, like you just said, Nate, the Eagles are going to have to outscore the Lions. The Eagles don't really do well when they have to go tit for tat with a team, you know. So I think this is going to be a statement game. I think the Lions can win. I want to see them run the football against not Jordan Love, but what's the guy's name in the middle?
Jordan Davis,
Jordan Davis,
Jalen Carter,
and Jalen Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So
Jalen Hunt too, and Jalen Phillips.
Yeah,
Jalen
I think the
Jalen
Lions
Phillips showed up yesterday.
I think the Lions could win this game. This is definitely a winnable game, and I know Dan Campbell sees this as a winnable game and a game they have to win. So,
yeah, definitely. I mean, the talent by itself is where it's winnable for us. It's just how we execute the game. B, what do you think?
Well, let's see here. I'm just looking at some stats or some rankings of God. The Eagles are number 23rd in overall offense.
Yeah.
So that bodes well. That bodes well for our defense. Yeah, because we really need. Yeah, you know what? Green Bay. I mean, Philadelphia reminds me of Green Bay a little bit. As far they got good defense, but their offense is stagnant at times, and sometimes they pick it up in spots, but not enough to be, they're gonna kill people. But the other thing about Philadelphia too, they lost 2 games, and both those games are against teams that are pretty damn good. Detroit, they lost 2 divisional games. One team ain't the greatest, and the other team is barely hanging on to be good. And then they lost against who was the third loss? Oh, in Kansas City. And probably that was just something that was meant to be anyway, because they beat Kansas City in Kansas City a couple years before. A year before. So that probably was coming for them. But yeah, I want to see them actually beat a team that is better than them. Well, record-wise, better than them.
Sure,
if they could do that. That'll be great. I would like
a top 3 team. Like that's what the Eagles are. They're a top 3 team in the NFC. Yeah, when I look at this matchup, for me, it's all going to be about speed. And, for me, Gibbs and J-Mo are going to have to really ball out in this game. Because if you look at Green Bay's game yesterday, Green Bay doesn't have the speed of a Gibbs and doesn't have the speed of a J-Mo. Maybe Christian Watson, if you can maybe argue a little bit, it's probably about as fast as him. But, it's going to be paramount for Dan to get these guys in space. Like we talked about against the Commanders, getting Gibby out in the flat, getting Gibby out in space. Nobody's going to stop that guy. Once he gets a burst, he's gone. Same thing with J-Mo, getting him in the middle, getting him crossers, cutting. You're not going to be able to stop. No linebacker's going to be able to hang with him crossing the middle. You're going to have to be real creative on how you get these guys in space, because if you can do that, that is the difference between the Eagles and the Lions, in my opinion. I think the Eagles and Lions are very similar in a lot of facets, but the difference is Lions have 2 game-breaking speed players in J-Mo and Gibby. Eagles, Saquon's fast. I don't know if he's Gibby fast, but Saquon's pretty fast. But those 2 dudes are electrifying, and you've got to get them in space. That, for me, is going to be huge. Another thing to add B to a stat about the Eagles, they are second to dead last in third down or third and outs.
Actually, they're 27th.
Okay. They moved up a little bit.
To 3 and outs, you said?
However, they are number 1 in red zone offense. And where's the Lions at? Dead last in defense.
Well, you know why? Because they got the damn tush push. That's pretty much a guarantee.
Well, I don't care what the case is. They're still going at a clip. Yeah. So it doesn't. That's really irrelevant to the fact they're still a good red zone defense.
I would say irrelevant. I'll say that's a guaranteed high rate when you can score from the 1 yard line. That's almost, you should be 100% in my opinion. But I get what you're saying. Let's talk about that. How do you expect Shep to attack the tush push?
Don't put them in those positions.
Yeah, it's no way of stopping it. I mean, even like if you looked at it yesterday, remember they ran the tush push and they were calling it out on the TV screen like they're offsides. That's a false start right there. They didn't call it. They don't call it. You just don't let them get 3rd and shorts. If they get a 3rd and short, you can really just mark it down as a first down, or if they're in the red zone, kind of just chalk it up as a touchdown, just don't give it to him. If you see the attack, if you can attack that offense, get in the backfield and attack Saquon Barkley, get Jalen Hurts under pressure, don't let him extend plays with his feet.
Yeah.
I think they'll have a good chance at stopping that offense, the Philadelphia's offense, really.
Yeah, I think you got to put them in third and longs, like absolutely. That takes away the tush push. If they stay on schedule, they're going to run the tush push.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because it's like 5 yards in a cloud of dust. They get 5 yards, maybe 2 or 3 yards the next play. You know what's coming on 3rd and 2 and short like that. Like, I actually think this game, I was thinking about earlier, I actually think this game could be a no punt game. Actually, that's my bold take for this game. I'm going to say it right now. I don't think either team's going to punt. I think this very well could be fourth downs all the way down the field. Because the Eagles with a tush push and Dan knowing that you can't kick field goals against Philadelphia. You got to score touchdowns.
That's a bold take for sure right there, Nate. You think the Lions could go 2 games in a row without punting?
We'll see. It's a possibility.
I don't know. That's hard.
But not against Philadelphia. I just think I'm going to tell you it's going to be. I'm pretty sure the Lions will win this game. I'm not worried about their offense. The way that the Eagles are set up defensively, they're 23rd in total, or 18 in total defense, 14th in pass defense, 19th in rush defense. That's a big one. And 10th in scoring defense, 4th in red zone defense. Got to watch it when you get in the red zone. But they're 26th in third down defense. And that's where the Lions accelerate.
That's kind of hit or miss, man. That's so weird.
That's where the Lions accelerate, because when their third down offense, their third down offense is not great.
It's horrible.
This will probably even it out. And the red zone offense is pretty good. They're 4th. So you're going 4th against the 4th red zone defense. So that it might even it out there. But the Lions statistically are in top 10 in just about every offensive ranking. Mm-hmm. Except for third down offense.
How do you attack? Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I feel like this Philly team is good, but I think they are a bit overrated. I really do. I think they fly too close to the sun every single game. And
they play within the margins. There's no doubt about that. Yes, I agree.
Yeah, and to play a team like the Detroit Lions, you're going to have to actually beat the Lions. You can't make mistakes. You can't trip over your own ding dong. You have to be efficient to beat the Lions, because Dan Campbell, as much as people want to say he's a meathead or whatever you want to say about him, he's calculated. He knows all about the analytics. He knows how to put his team in position to score, to get first downs. I mean, Campbell takes risk, and he's calculated at the same time. So I just don't think that this Philly team is equipped for that.
I think to add to your point, this is why I say the Lions are probably going to go on 4th down a lot, because they know that they can't kick field goals against this team. Not to mention, Bates has kind of been shaky a little bit, whether it's the line or whether it's his kicks are low, I don't know. But I don't trust them outside, especially in that kind of Philly air. I'd rather the Lions just go for it on the offensitive side. Obviously, if they're on their other side, punt the ball, of course. But if you're on plus territory, I'm going for it all game. You got to listen. With a team like Philadelphia, you've got to step on their neck early. You have got to put them down early, because they are a team that if you let them keep the game close, they are going to find a way to run the football on you and dominate you, because their line is good. I feel like if the Lions can put at least 2 touchdowns on them, that takes away their run game a little bit. And now you're asking Jalen Hurts to do something he doesn't want to do, and that's pass the ball.
Mm-hmm. You know something? One thing that became abundantly clear to me is Philadelphia, they found some chinks in their armor. Why? Because you let the Giants score. How much did the Giants score on you? Was it 30-some points? They put up on
you? They beat Philadelphia, yeah.
They beat Philadelphia.
Yep.
I believe the Lions are going to be able to do that very well. What did the New York Giants do that game when they beat them?
Play hellacious defense.
And run the football.
And Kelvin Shepard, he had exactly. Kelvin Shepherd know he has his hands full with this offense. So don't think they're not game planning. Don't think they're not finding ways to make sure Saquon Barkley isn't chopping off 5.5, 6 yards per carry. You know what I mean? Also, a person that kind of flies under the radar that I'm not worried about anymore, A.J. Brown. Yeah, he had a good game against the Minnesota Vikings, but they don't throw him the ball. 2 receptions, 3 receptions, 5 receptions. He's not.
It's really Devontae Smith is the guy you're more concerned about.
Dallas Goedert as well. I give him his flowers too.
Oh, Dallas Goedert for sure.
But
absolutely.
Shut down Saquon Barkley. See how fast that offense crumble.
That's key number 1. They got to stop Saquon. If they can't stop Saquon, they're going to start passing the ball on us. If you can stop Saquon, now you're talking about the Lions having to play more closer to the line, bump and run Devontae and Brown, and hopefully you can try to cover Goddard as best as possible. That's probably the biggest work. That's probably my biggest concern is how's Goddard going to be covered? Because
I think the thing about this game is who's going to have the biggest will. Eagles do not have the best rush offense. They're 21st in rush offense.
True, and they're
the Lions are 8th in rush defense. The Lions have also been really good against the run. They're also the reason why they lost against the Broncos. They were getting sacked a lot. They were coming after Hurts, and they have 46 sacks. We have 30, so we're in the top 4. And let's see where the Eagles are here in sacks. I don't think they're that high. Let's see, Eagles. Where you at?
I definitely expect
them way there to bottom. They got 19 sacks. They're not a good. They're a team of will. That's what they are right now. They're willing these wins out here.
They're finding ways to win.
And they're finding ways to win. So the Lions, if they're going to step on their neck, I'm not worried. If they step on their neck and they keep the pressure, they're going to keep the pressure on it because that's not Dan Campbell's way.
Right.
They're not let the ball go. No, they're not going to do that. They're going to. They scored a 2-point conversion against Washington. That tells you right there that
they just wanted to rub it in with Washington.
Yeah, they're going to rub it in with Philadelphia too because Philadelphia.
I think
talking all that shit.
Remember against the Baltimore Ravens where the Lions went for it on 4th down, they were on their goal line. And that's why they took it, handed it off to Amon-Ra St. Brown, then they flipped it over to Jahmyr Gibbs. Expect to see plays like that. Expect to see a lot of run plays, but more like trick plays. You know what I mean? I don't think it's going to be like downhill running. And, I think it's really going to be a lot of sweeps, toss, going to the outside.
These teams haven't played each other in a really long time. I think the last time they played them was 2021. I think that was Dan's first year as coach. It was the first game of the year. And it was a shootout pretty much the whole game. Jalen Hurts ran wild in that game. I do remember that. Like they could not contain him. Now, again, that's a different defensive coordinator. Shep has shown that he is able to, exactly. Shep has shown the ability to stop running quarterbacks or at least contain them as best as possible. So I would expect him to spy Jalen, right? Y'all would agree with that? No?
Not necessarily because I don't think Jalen Hurts is going to run the ball much.
Oh,
he could probably extend plays with his feet, but I don't think there are going to be any designed runs for him. That's too much. I guarantee
you this though. If Philadelphia is getting stuck offensively, they're going to start running the ball with Hurts. Hurts is going to start running the ball. What Shep needs to do is learn how to adjust. That's what his big thing is. Don't play a spy on him immediately unless you have to. So if he starts running like he has no damn sense, then you put a spy out there. It beat that quicker than who was it? The Rams. The Rams had that problem with him, and they put a spy on him for the rest of the game, and they were doing well. They did well with that, even though they lost, but they still did well with that. But that's what you got. You got to do it quick with. And look at this too. The Lions have given up 18 sacks. You know how many Philly has given up? 25.
I was just about to say
25. Yep.
Yeah.
So
it probably would have been a lot more, but Jalen Hurts is able to escape. He's able to escape the pocket a lot. So
regardless, this is supposed to be one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Yeah.
They're giving up 25 sacks.
Well, to be fair, also too, Juergens is out. I don't know if he's going to play this week.
Hey,
he's been out.
Hey, that's not our problem.
I'm just saying. I'm just
That
saying.
is not our
And
problem.
Lane Johnson got banged up too, so we don't know if he's going to play. Injury report's going to be really interesting to see for both of these teams because both teams have some serious injuries.
Seriously. I was just going to say, what are the chances that Kirby Joseph could come back this week?
I think he will.
Hopefully.
Because if he doesn't come back
he's been out 2 games, right? 2 games, 2-3 games.
Yeah. He was supposed to be out those 2 games.
You
listen,
know,
if he's not back,
I mean, realistically, he's been out for a month. If you think about it,
if he's not back, he needs to go on IR. Period. Like, come on, man. Like,
yeah,
that's basically an IR stink right there. Like, I don't know why the Lions just don't put him on IR, but whatever.
Because they know the players. Stop with that. Don't try to second guess Dan Campbell. He knows what the fuck he's doing, dude. If he doesn't think he needs to,
but if he don't play
IR,
this week, that's 4 games. IR. That's 4 games.
He'll play.
That's basically
he's gonna play this week.
Okay. You heard it from B.
In fact, that's what Dan Campbell said last week. He said he's not playing this week, but he'll definitely come back the week after. So,
I didn't. I
love
hear
it.
That, so I'll take that. I'll take.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it.
Now let's go back. And talk about, for me, what is going to be the key of the game for the defensive side. I think it's how our secondary performs against Devontae Adams and AJ Brown. You know, Jay, you talked about AJ Brown kind of being an afterthought. I mean, it is kind of interesting how they really don't utilize him in the offense a lot. But
I had an argument with a friend of mine about that today. Yeah. I'm like, man, what about AJ Brown? He said they don't throw him the ball. I was like, damn.
But that being said, this could be a get right game for him, and how the Lions play him. If the Lions are going to play man-to-man defense on these receivers, so I expect them to do, you're talking about what, Meek Robinson, or who's gonna guard AJ Brown, Terrian or Meek?
I'll put maybe double bracket him. Have maybe BB come up and try to guard him too. Because
they might bracket.
As much as I like Terrian Arnold, and I think he's
not worried about AJ Brown. You know who I'm worried about? Devontae Smith. Devontae Smith. Somebody's got to cover him. They got to look at him.
Who's going to cover Devontae? Who's going to cover Devontae?
Meek.
Whoever is fast.
Meek,
their fastest corner, probably Meek.
Probably
Meek. Meek. I don't know. Arnold is pretty fast. He can stay with the receivers. I've seen that. He's not 4.1 speed, but he can stay with those receivers. He plays the body enough that he can stay with the receiver. I wouldn't be surprised if Arnold's on Smith.
Oof.
No, we don't want him.
I can see that.
I actually want Arnold. I want Arnold on Brown.
Okay, here, Robbie, give us a second round pick. We'll take Darius Slay off your hands.
So this is my opinion. I want Arnold on Brown because Brown's a more thicker receiver, and Arnold's a little bit more thicker of a cornerback. To where when you look at the Slim Reaper, aka Devontae Smith, he's kind of a more thin man, and so is kind of Meek. So body types, though, they would match up better. And on top of that, the way the physicality that Arnold plays with, I don't know if that's going to go good with Devontae Smith. Because Devontae Smith's slippery, man.
Actually, that's a good way to go. You want to be physical with quicker receivers. That's what you want to do. You hit them off the line. And you know what? Let me tell you something. The last 2 games I've seen Arnold play in, he's played well. He's played really well. I mean, above really well. I haven't seen it.
He's been on his.
And you want to know something else? He hadn't drawn a penalty yet since he's been back.
Yeah. And he had one of the highest PFF grades before he got hurt. That's another thing too. The guy's got to stay on the field. Man.
I stopped, Robbie. I had to stop doing that.
Like, Arnold's got to stay on the field because Arnold's playing at a very high level. But man, the guy is always hurt every freaking time. This time he got a concussion. I'm assuming he's going to play. I don't think that he's not going to play. But a guy I want to talk about that's not getting any love, Roy Lopez, man. Dude, Roy Lopez has taken the role of Tyleik Williams. Because there's a lot of people, if you look at a lot of Lions chats, let me explain.
Dude, Roy is a placement player. And I'm going to explain to you. After you explain what you think, I'm going to tell you exactly what Roy is. But go ahead.
Well, all I'm saying is, I'm not saying he's replaced Tyleik overall. like going forward. Tyreek is the future, no doubt about that. But Roy Lopez is on the depth chart higher than Tyreek right now, because if you look at the snaps, Roy Lopez is playing behind Aleem, behind Reader, and then Tyreek's in there. But that's okay because he's a rookie. He's going to get his shots down the line, just like Tesla. He'll got to be patient. He'll get his chances. This team is too deep and too talented. But Roy Lopez is playing really well right now, and he's deserving of that higher role. And I just want to say that I'm proud of the guy. Like
I don't know what to make of Roy Lopez. I'm really intrigued to hear what B thinks about Roy Lopez, though.
Well, then before B says anything, since week 5, he's got the third highest defensive grade on defensive tackles behind Simmons or behind Hayward and Simmons since week 5. And he had the highest PFF, one of the highest PFF grades at 90 or something like that. So the guy's playing really well. So that's all I'm going to say about that. Go ahead, B.
Okay. Roy Lopez is Muhammad.
89.
And he's Muhammad in certain spurts. Roy Lopez will have a stretch where he'll play good. This is his stretch. He's playing good. Yeah. Muhammad had his stretch where he played good. These are guys that are fill-in. Oh, by the way, I think Davenport might be coming back too.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of guys on the D line.
So,
Absolutely.
but you see, Muhammad still has been playing at a pretty good clip for his position, because he's up there with, I think he's just behind Aiden in sacks on the team. Mm-hmm. So he's playing. This is the thing that makes the Lions so good. You don't have any stars that you can say we depend on them to do all the work. Right. You can bring in players. And they can a couple of stints, a couple of games, they can come in there and ball out.
All of the players on the Lions are football players. They can come in and feel. Exactly. Mm-hmm. Dan Campbell has came out and said that before. Like, these aren't just bench guys or practice squad guys. These are just guys that got outplayed. Well,
not only that too, Jay. But if you look at what you and B are saying is that the Lions don't want their players outside of Aiden Hutchinson. They don't want them playing over 90 to 80 snaps, especially on the D line. When you've got reserves like Roy Lopez, you've got guys like Tyreek Williams you can bring in. Josh Pascal will be back soon. You've got all these kind of depth pieces that you don't have to put your players out there and play a bunch of snaps. You can intertwine them in together. That's the specialty of this team.
The point that I'm trying to make, though, when the starting lineup goes up there, Roy is not going to be in the starting lineup. He is going to be the guy that comes.
Never said he was.
You got DJ Reader or William Tyreek will be out there with Aleem, and then it's going to be Muhammad until Davenport comes back and proves he can do it.
Actually, Lacey's been starting the games. Lacey's been starting the games along with Aiden. Did y'all know that?
Yeah,
but Aiden is going to score. He's our meat and potatoes of the defense.
Sure, absolutely.
It's just like Branch. Branch is going to start all the time. He ain't coming off the field unless he's freaking got bones dragging off of him. That's it. So you got two of your best players on defense going to play about every damn snap.
Sure, and I don't think the Lions care about who starts the game. It's just who can impact the game when needed.
It's not about who. But it's not about caring who starts. It's just like having a solidified starting lineup. Yes, you're going to put in believing in what Dan Campbell does. He's going to believe in what player he feels is going to do good. And that's what's good about Dan Campbell, too, because he can insert a player if he feels that this guy did absolutely great in practice. You know what I'm saying? Then he's going to be like, I'm gonna start him because he deserved it because he did good in practice. Now, if he starts up in the real game, he's going to yank his ass out and put the other person that's supposed to be starting in the first place. Dan Campbell gives these players a chance. He's like the ultimate pal coach, you know what I'm saying?
The reason why I bring up Roy Lopez, this is the big reason why I bring him up, because I do like Roy Lopez. I was a fan of him when we got him, but also too, there's been a lot of chatter in Detroit news posts and stories and all this stuff that Tyreek Williams, the snaps have gone down, and he's not playing as much as he was playing before. And all I've said to the people that have put that on there is like, because Aleem McNeil's back, that's one. Okay. He's going to play a majority of the snaps. DJ Reader's playing at a high level. He's going to play a majority of snaps, like B was saying. But also, too, Roy Lopez is just playing better right now than Tyleek is, and he's only a rookie. So, I mean, but if heaven forbid injury comes down, there comes Tyleek back in the swing, and he'll get his opportunities.
Want to know something else too as well? They got so much depth at that defensive position, defensive tackle position, that it's
Ringo's not even playing.
You don't even need them to play just at a high level right now. Like Roy Lopez and O'Connor can step up right now and do some big stuff. And then in a couple of weeks to a month, you can see Aleem McNeil and DJ Reader have a heater. It literally comes to first see everybody play their role.
And you want to keep your tackles fresh. You want to keep them fresh, and you don't want to have them out there, especially with Aleem coming back from an ACL injury. Reader had that hip injury. You know, you want to keep your tackles fresh, and they have a plethora of guys that they can throw out there. You know, and the way I look at it is like this defense is just going to get better. Like, would you look at the depth pieces that are coming back, like Rodrigo, Pascal, Reed, Kirby's going to be back. You know, all these guys. Like, this defense is only going to be better than what it is.
Another guy that can make an impact, really good at the run too, is Rodrigo.
Yeah, and Pascal. Yeah.
Pascal.
So, well, I'm just saying. I mean, he can come in depth pieces. Like, I really, I know Aiden loves to play football and he likes to not come off the field. I really would like to give him some more breather, you know. But, you know, I think they said it's best. You try telling Aiden to come off the field. It's like, he's not doing it.
With any good pass rusher, you don't want him off the field in any situation. It's Garrett plays a lot. He plays almost 100% of his snaps too. TJ Watt, good pass rushers. You cannot take them off the field, because you take them off the field and the other team is aware of that. They're going right after where that pass rusher was at.
And not to mention when you're a 3-down end like Aiden is, who can stop the run too, you can have him in all 3 downs. Micah Parsons, you can't do that. You can't put Micah Parsons all 3 downs because he's terrible against the run.
Against the run, they just run right away from.
Well, let me put it to you this: I saw a stat on that run defense by pass rushers. Actually, you may say that about Aiden Hutchinson, but he's not that much in front of Micah as far as run stopping is. He's a pass rusher too. He's definitely focused on pass rushing. Now if he's got to stop the run, he's there. Sometimes he's there more than Micah is, given that, but he's not as prolific as you're making him look as a run stopper. He plays in a defense that their whole key is to stop the run. So he makes everybody else, he helps everybody else out, but everybody else is basically.
I don't know what his ranking was this year. I know last year he had a really high ranking against the run. I think this year is kind of maybe dwindled a little bit. So, but either way, you want your best pass rusher out there. I agree, 100%.
Absolutely.
What would you say are the keys to the game, like the victory?
Defense.
Elaborate. Defense.
They got defense, right? They got to get in there. They got to sack the quarterback. They got to
be physical.
Hey, all those playmakers. Nobody mentioned Goddard. You got to find out where that dude is at.
I said Goddard. You got to know where Goddard is.
You got to find where Goddard is at all the time.
He's my biggest fear. I think he's the one. I
really don't think they're going to have a problem with Saquon. I don't.
The Lions.
Everybody else has been able to stop him. Yeah.
Yeah, Green Bay pretty much did that last night. What's that?
Held him to 60 yards, right?
Yeah, I mean, he's been held to that, and I think he actually ran more than he's ran in the last few weeks too.
He's only had 100-yard game, I think, or 200-yard games for the year. So yeah, he's been pretty held in check for the most part.
But they run him like 25 times a game, and it's Saquon. We get it, but that's going to catch up to you. It just really will catch up to you, especially when you're playing a physical team like the Detroit
Lions. And again,
they're
number 21 in rush offense. So obviously they're not doing that well. They're not doing. They're 25th in pass offense. So their offense is just as bad as. In fact, Green Bay's offense is actually better than their offense is. That's what I say. They're kind of mirroring each other as far as how they play. their defense is getting them out of jams
Well,
when they
probably
need to get them
not
out of jams.
Subtraction.
Let me get a real quick answer from y'all, and then we're gonna go game prediction. We're gonna go game prediction. Do you play contain with Jalen, or do you blitz him?
Contain.
I would play contain.
Okay, yeah, I say contain too.
You can break away.
If you blitz him, he's too slippery. He'll get out of the.
He's going to blow past you every time. I've seen it time and time again.
This is a game that Aiden Hutchinson needs to be focused. Because
Yep.
if he can get back there in that backfield, he needs to make that tackle. He needs to make that sack. He needs to
can't
make
miss
that
tackles. Can't miss
he
tackles.
needs to make that tackle for loss.
And contain the outside, because he even did that against the Washington Commanders. He went inside again on the same play that J.J. McCarthy had scored on. I saw that.
He can't keep doing that, man. That's not good. Yeah. Set the edge. Set the edge. All right. Game predictions. B, what do you think the score is going to be?
28 to 20. 28 to 20.
Okay. Jay?
31-26 Lions.
Okay. I'm going to say 35-28 Lions. Bold prediction, B.
Bold prediction. Tyrion Arnold gets not one, but 2 interceptions in this game.
Oh, shit. I love that. Hell yeah.
Yeah, I love
that would tie Sauce Gardner. Just saying. Jay.
Hey, I got 2 bold predictions, but my first
They
one.
better be bold, because he said 3 sacks and 8, and that's not bold. That he could do that.
Al-Quadin Muhammad gets 2 sacks, and Isaac Tesla catches a touchdown pass in the corner of the end zone.
Oh, dang. You didn't say where this touchdown's
One hand or 2?
Yeah,
Give
one
me
hand or
2.
2.
2 hands.
Oh, shit. You got to make it bold. You got to say one hand, bro. You got to do the Odell Beckham cast.
But I think Isaac Tesla, he might get that score. He gonna get that touchdown, corner of the end zone. Watch.
I tell you what. I tell you why I like that bold prediction, because that's a good possibility when you think about the cornerbacks they're going to go against with Cooper DeJean and Quignon's going to be on St. Brown, and Cooper will probably or Dory Jackson will probably be on JMO, and so
they're gonna need some big body receivers in the red zone. Who else better than Isaac Tesla?
Yeah, and I don't know if Jair's going to play either. Again,
Jair's not playing. Actually, Yinzer put up a thing about Jair. He's stepping away from football. Yeah, I thought you saw that.
Yeah, I thought you said something about it. I thought.
Yeah,
didn't Howie Roseman trade for him? How does that work, Mr. Big?
He did trade for him, but doesn't mean he has to play.
Yeah.
Okay.
I just see this right here. Jair stepping away. He formed a team that he plans to focus on getting his physical health and mental health right.
Basically, he's done. That's all we need to say. All right. moving on. And my bold prediction, I'm going to stick with it. No punts, either team. It's either going to be 4th down, turnover on downs, or touchdown, or field goals. No punts. I think this is going to be one of those shootout games where it's going to be fun.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I do have a bold prediction for the offense.
What's up?
Wiz Khalifa is going to score a touchdown.
Woo! He needs to score a touchdown. He's been close a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
I like that.
A receiving touchdown or punt return touchdown?
Receiving touchdown.
Oh, okay. All right.
And that's going to be Dan Campbell's calling right there.
Yep. Like I said, he always uses Wiz Khalifa. Always
he loves Khalifa, man.
That's how you know
he even
who's
used
calling
Tesla. He even used Tesla. How about that? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dan was pulling out
everybody. I think everybody. I think they said everybody got the ball, touched the ball on offense. Everybody.
Dan was like Oprah. You get a pass. You get a pass. You get a pass. Everybody gets a pass today.
Yep.
Right.
Watch Isaac go off, man. Watch he go off.
I just want to win, man. This we need a statement win. Like the Baltimore Ravens was a statement win. The Bucks was a statement win. This need to be a statement win, because I promise you, this is huge. You win this game, now you're talking about tiebreakers and you're talking about an opportunity.
You're talking about the 1 seed. You might be a game. The Green Bay.
He's talking about the Jair comment.
Oh, yeah. All right. We're bringing back Liz. What's up, Liz? You're muted, by the way.
What's up?
All right, Liz. So your Texans came back and won. Crazy game. So
I know.
let's talk about it. What were your thoughts? I mean, what were you thinking? Like it was. I think they were down by what, like 20 points in the fourth quarter, or something like that.
19.
I'm
19.
gonna be
19
honest.
points.
I'm gonna be
Yeah.
real honest. Like when I was watching the game, I even
Mhm.
text B. I was like, "I'm done. This is a loss. I'm good. Like it's over." And
lost faith
I
in
was
that
on the
team.
road.
I'm done.
I was on the road, and B texted me. He was like, "See, I told you, Liz." I was like, "Wait, what happened?" I had to call B right away. I was like, "What happened? What did I miss?" Like I literally was losing my.
No faith in your team. No.
I
faith.
mean, I
Mad
was
at you.
pissed because he. Okay, so
ahead.
Mills, I just don't have faith in him. Like
Give
I
him his
just
flowers.
don't.
He won the game
He was
for you.
he was
I mean,
balling
I
in the
did.
fourth
I
quarter.
did. Yeah, balling in the fourth quarter. What was he? 1, 2.
Hey, that's
3?
where you win games. Most games are
No, I know.
determined in the
Like,
fourth quarter.
yeah, like the defense was holding. The defense was holding Jacksonville to just 11 yards. Wait,
Yeah.
I wrote it down. Like
They
11
were
yards, but
first.
just like,
Yeah, they
they
didn't play
played
very
oh my
good defense in
gosh.
that game.
Yeah.
I was kind of
No,
surprised.
it was horrible. It was like that whole game. I was just like, what is going on? And that's why I left, because I was just like, I'm giving up. I'm gonna
The
take it.
changing of the game happened when Joey Sunshine
Higgins?
threw that interception.
Mm.
That's when that game changed, because they were marching down the field again, and he threw that stupid pass. I forgot who picked it off. It wasn't Stingley. It was the other guy. Who the
It
hell
was
is his
Higgins,
name?
wasn't it?
Lassiter.
Yeah.
Lassiter.
Oh,
No, it
Lassiter.
wasn't Lassiter. It wasn't
No.
Lassiter either.
Bullock.
It was
Bullock. It was Bullock.
Bullock. Yeah, the
There
other
you go. That was
safety.
Bullock. Yeah.
Bullock
Sorry.
picked it off, and I was like, "Oh, okay, here it goes."
And that's how you
I
come
mean-
back in games. You have to
Yeah.
get turnovers.
You got to get
I have a
turnovers.
question for you, Miss El Toro. So CJ Stroud is still in concussion protocol. I'm
Yeah.
concerned.
Yeah. I don't think I don't think he's gonna play again this week. Like that's just my intuition or whatever. But I don't think he's gonna. Yeah, there you go. I don't think he's gonna play this week. Like honestly, but they practice tomorrow.
Yeah.
So I haven't heard anything on Reddit or anything on Houston Chronicle anywhere that he's gonna play.
I will.
And
I will say this: this is his second concussion in 2 years, so they're going to be very careful.
Mhm. Very careful.
MJ
Yeah,
Stewart out too for the year.
Mhm. He's out.
Yeah,
for
for the year.
Who's
So
that?
I mean,
safety.
Oh, Petrie.
yeah.
No,
Mhm.
Petrie's out with a concussion. Well, he was out with a
Yeah.
concussion in the last game.
Yeah.
But MJ
Yeah,
Stewart,
but-
their back, is out for the year. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but I mean, we're still I mean, defense, we're still ranked number 1. Defense rank, offense rank, we're number 19. But I mean, even though with all these injuries, like I think we'll still be okay. I don't know. What do y'all thought? I mean, I'm still looking
y'all
at
still
to
have
where
Hunter.
we're gonna make it. Yeah, we still have like
Anderson.
Stingley.
You guys are fourth in
Anderson.
passing on defense, second in rushing defense, first overall in total defense. And
Mhm.
let's see what you got. Scoring defense, you're first.
Yep.
Red zone defense. That's what's killing you guys right there.
Defensive. Outside of that, defense has been killing it.
Texans are they're 23rd in red zone defense. That's part of what's killing them. Their third down,
Yeah.
their third down defense is
It's
third.
42%.
Shit.
Horrible.
Well, it's 33.6% now. This is the new stats that came out, but they're still
It's
fourth.
so crazy.
okay.
If you can't stop people from scoring in the red zone and you can't stop people on third down, does that make you good defense?
Well, it kind of balances out. If you're not good on third down and you're good at red zone defense, then it doesn't make a difference what you do on third down. If you can't stop them in the red zone and you can stop them on third down, again, it doesn't make a difference because you're stopping them. So they're not getting in the red zone. But they get in the red zone, it's like an anomaly, and they're probably just running like a 1 yard out. You're probably bending and breaking defense at that point. So
I think for defenses, there's 3 categories that matter to me most. Red zone defense, because that's how many points you allow in the red zone. Second of all, third down defense. That's how many times you get the team off the field. And the third one is scoring defense. How many points you allow a game to a team.
Mm-hmm.
And, like if you're 2 or 3 out of those categories, I would consider you a good defense. If you're 3 out of 3, you're an exceptional defense. And if you're 1 out of 3, then you're okay defense.
Well, I mean, I don't think, honestly, with all of these rankings, I did a side-by-side analytics with the Titans too, and they're 1-8. Their par rank was number 32. Their offense rank is 32. Defense rank is 30. Like, I think I know we're gonna win this Sunday. And
we all need to win to keep going.
To keep going, because that following week we have the Bills.
Ooh.
And so at home. Yeah.
You have them at home?
Yes.
That helps a little bit.
We have it. I don't even know if that helps.
Hell, they lost to the Dolphins, so anything's possible, right?
Yeah, but still, it's just like, yeah. And I think for me, it's like Will Anderson should treat the Titans backfield like an all-you-can-eat buffet. I feel like we're gonna be good. Tennessee has lost 8 straight games at home, so we're gonna remind them of their tradition. Losing, they're gonna lose. Houston defense gives us 16.7 points a game.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if the Texans score their usual 22.7, the Titans 14.4 average means the math already looks like a beatdown. So that's what I'm going to go for.
My thing is when you're talking about the matchup, like, the difference is, I don't know what his Texans stats are against mobile quarterbacks, but Ward will get around and he'll be able to move around. And let me explain. Like we were talking about Jalen Hurts. Like, do you play contain or do you try to blitz? And we all said contain. I think the same thing with Ward. You can't just run at Ward because Ward can slip out of the pocket and go. That's one of the strengths of him as a quarterback coming out of college. His at-lib ability. And so I think you got to play contain more on Ward. You can't just try to blitz him all the time and expect that he's going to go down.
Right,
he's going to try to make plays.
No, he is going to try to make plays. I would think the same thing, contain him. And again, with Stroud possibly out, the Texans run game needs to clock in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, contain him, but like, don't mix the run and pass to the Titans. Like, we just can't do that. We can't fall back. Like, we need to.
It starts with your defense. That's all it's going to happen. All these games got to start with your defense, because your offense is not catching up quite yet. And Tennessee Titans has given up the most sacks in the league.
Yes,
I'm just saying.
Get after the quarterback,
because they ain't got no. Because they ain't got nobody to throw to. He ain't got nobody to pay.
Mm-hmm.
The only person that he's got on his team that's worth any salt is Spears. Other than that, who else?
Mm-hmm.
Nobody.
Right.
Like Keith Sweat out there. Nobody.
Y'all gotta remember the week 4. Texans 26, Titans 0.
I feel like the Texans are like Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. Like, 1 minute they can put a really good game and a good defensive performance, and then the next game it's just like, you're struggling, you're getting your quarterback killed out there. I don't know, Liz.
I think also too, like, when you look at the victory that the Texans had, let's be real. You're down 19 points in the fourth quarter. 99% of the time, you're going to lose a game like that. And so the fact that they came back, was impressive.
That was a holy grail.
my thing is, if CJ doesn't play, do you think that Mills can have another good game on the road?
I don't think so. I'm sorry.
I believe he can, because of how the team is playing together. Like, I believe he can. Like, they just gotta really just rely on each other to win this game. I'm not I can talk mess about the Titans because they're 1-8 and we're 4-5, but we're third. We're just below them, so we're not any great either. Because if you're talking AFC South, You got the Colts, you got the Jags, you got us, and you got the Titans. Like that's like this game is a lot. So Mills needs to handle that. Like he needs to really step up and just not take a seat, really step up and be in charge of his line. And defense just needs to stay the way they've been staying. That's how they're going to win the game. Because the thing is, they're probably thinking in their head, "Oh, it's just the Titans." Like, no, bro, you're just above the Titans. The Titans, yeah, they're 1-8, but they're still right there. And you know how football locker room acts, to where they think, "Oh, we got this, guys. We ain't worried about next Sunday. Let's just focus on the Bills." No, each game has to set a stone for the next game. And so Mills needs to come through. He needs to come through. And like, yeah, we won. We won. That's great, right? But there was still a lot of mistakes. Like the one thing I liked about the game was that 80-yard 14-play drive with their own 7. Like it, what was it? Yeah, the 80-yard drive. That was awesome. That was great. And I loved Anderson staying on Lawrence, and that's what needs to happen. They just need to stay on that quarterback. The defense needs to tell them like straight out the gate, like, "Hey, yeah, we're on your field, but we're here to play." I don't know. I'm a little worried about that.
This is the reason why I don't care if they go to Tennessee. Tennessee they have no moxie now. They fired their coach. They're working on an intern coach. Come on. And they ain't got no offense, no defense. They've given up 38 sacks.
Yeah, they have no business losing that game.
Since the Houston Texans, as much as you want to talk stuff about their offense, they still won 3 of the last 4 games. And the game that they lost was against one of the best defensive teams in the league, which was Denver. And they can win this game. They came back. The defense shut down Jacksonville in the fourth quarter, and their offense picked back up. So you could say Mills don't even have to have a good game against the Tennessee Titans, because you know why? The defense is going to put them in situations where they're going to have short fields for the offense. And they're going to score.
Mills just can't turn over the ball.
Yeah, that's what he's going to do. He just got to manage the game. Just don't turn over the ball. Don't be superhero. Play within yourself and just move the ball.
Yeah, and don't show off either. Like for the Texans, don't show off, because you're going to Tennessee and you're ranked number 3 in AFC South, but not showing off is that. I feel like when players show off, they start downplaying the plays and think they're going to win, and then boom, because it's about that last second too. So I mean, the defense just needs to stay locked in, holding the Titans and there's like at least 200 yards. Like they just need to hold it in. And
I think for the Texans, what's going to be key for y'all to win is y'all got to run the football more, man. I mean, I'm looking at y'all stats. Like, yes, it was Denver. Denver's one of the better defenses out there. So I don't expect y'all to run a lot on them. You only ran for about 60-something yards. But against a Titans defense, y'all got to at least put 100 yards on the ground, at least.
No, we do. We do.
Because you don't want Mills in those long distances.
I feel like with Anderson, he can force those fumbles too on the Titans, and that's what's going to help as well. Like if he forces those fumbles and the defense picks up that ball and gets hold, like we can just keep stacking on, touchdowns and field goals. Like we just got to keep staying on him, and that's like my biggest thing is like don't sleep on it. Like wake up. It doesn't matter if it's Titans. Wake up and do what you need to do.
Yeah, it's kind of the same approach the Lions took against the Commanders. I mean, you got to come out and put the foot on the neck early, keep them out of the game. If this game's close going to the fourth, it favors the Titans.
It does. It does. And Mills, he even shocked everyone. Like he did 275 yards, and so he got it. He knows what to do as a quarterback. He just needs to go out and do it. I mean, I have a little faith in him this week. I have to, because I have a feeling that Stroud is going to be out again, and that's okay because I want Stroud to get healthy. And this
Is
is
he
where
your guys'
Mills
version
needs
of,
to.
Mac Jones? Said, is he you guys' version of Mac Jones? You know, Mac Jones. He's
Come
over
on
there in
now.
San Francisco.
Come
He only
on
played
now.
one. He only played
Come
one
on now,
game.
Jay.
Come on.
You
come
know
on,
damn well.
come on.
That's crazy. That's
That's
crazy.
actually-
Yeah,
But
but
it,
I do have a bold prediction though. Like I feel like Texans are gonna do score of 27 and Titans 3.
okay.
And I feel like Stingley is gonna grab 3 interceptions.
Wow.
Man,
Yeah.
hat trick. That's a lot.
That's like a
I
Hall
know.
of
When was the last time a
did
quarterback scored 3 interceptions in a game? You know, like about
It's
that
it,
one.
it's
that's
just
why it's-
something
that's
like
why it's-
Stingley. Because I mean Stingley's done
why
it
it's
before.
fun.
He's done 2. And I feel like he
Yeah.
could do 3 in one game. But that's
Yeah,
my
Ward
that's
has
my
been intercepted in the last game. He got an interception. He threw an interception. Let me see, who was it to?
mm,
I mean, it's a possibility because
It was
the
to
way
Stingley.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ward. The
If
way Ward
Stingley
has
did
to
2
play,
of
is he's
them.
gonna have to play. He's gonna have to play aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, he's gonna have to throw the
He
ball
got one in that
downfield.
game. There was only one interception thrown in that
Yeah.
game, and Ward was sacked
okay.
twice. And Ward was only 10 of 26. That sucks for
Mm.
108 yards. That's that defense. The defense comes
Yeah.
in there and plays like they're
The
supposed to
Texas
play.
defense
I-
dominates.
and they had CJ Stroud in that game,
Yeah.
but
they
still,
did.
I mean, they Pollard had 64 yards rushing on 14 carries. You stop Pollard, and Pollard's the other guy that is a
Mhm.
Pollard's not even really
You
playing
stop.
anymore. It's mostly just like you said, Spears.
Right.
Mhm.
He's been playing though, but 64 yards, that's not good. And between Marks and Chubb, they had like 116 yards together in a touchdown for Marks
Yeah.
and Chubb. So if they can do that, they'll be fine.
Just
Yeah.
to put in perspective, what B was saying, basically, Ward last time against the Chargers was 12 of 21. It's not bad. 145 yards. They ran for almost about 80 yards. You know,
Mhm.
so
They get
yeah,
right.
not a lot.
Yeah.
They got
And that
sacked.
was
a lot.
against the Chargers defense.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the
I
Chargers
still
was
miss
pretty good.
Tank though, but you know, it is what it is. But I mean, if we come into this week for tomorrow's practice, if Stroud is still out, okay, that shouldn't be a problem. Mills just needs to step in and remind everyone he can still sling it.
I think he's
That's
got some
what it
confidence
is.
after winning
Yeah,
that
he
game at
really
home in front
has
of his
good
crowd. He's
confidence.
got some confidence that he can go
Yeah,
on
the
the road
crowd
and
was
win him another one.
crazy. The crowd was loving it. I mean, who would not love a win? That's what we want. We want to win.
Right.
Like, so Mills, step up and win this game in Tennessee.
Here's a funny question to ask because Jay brought up mac and cheese, but I think it's a fair question to ask.
Yeah.
Let's say Mills goes on the road and plays really well and they win. Do you still play Stroud?
No, you don't play
No.
Stroud. Hell no.
You don't play Stroud. Keep it
No,
going.
you don't play Mills.
Oh,
F that.
no, I would say
He ain't mac and cheese.
Stroud.
That's a whole different situation. No, hell no. I'm putting CJ Stroud back there.
You don't think
Liz,
so?
what do you think? What do you think, Liz? Do you ride the hot hand or do you go back to your quarterback?
I ride the hot hand.
Mm-mm.
And then say this happens. Say that happens and Stroud comes back for the Bills game, right? Which he probably will.
You gotta
And
play him.
and if Mills wins, play him well, but if he's messing up, put Stroud in. I don't know.
You gotta-
That's the way I think.
No. Mills would have to the game before he had to throw 5 touchdowns and look like Joe Montana for me to not replace him with CJ Stroud. Sorry,
Yeah, but-
CJ Stroud gives you a better chance of winning against Buffalo than Mills does. Sorry.
But let me ask you this, B. Let me ask you this. He has 2 concussions already. You don't think Stroud's going to come back if he does come back for the Bills game, you don't think he's going to be playing scared?
No. Look at Jackson Dart. This dude has had 2 or 3 concussions in his first year. And
So
he's
we
out
know
there
if-
playing.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, because he was already not
I
trusting
will
the
s-
O-line for weeks.
I will say this when you talk about the scared part, I think he'll be scared to run out of the pocket because he knows that if he slides feet first, he's probably going to get hit again.
He
Because
shouldn't
every
have
time
done that.
every time he's done that, he slides feet first, he always gets hit. So
Yeah.
I think he'll probably be more inclined to run the football. He'll probably just want to throw from the pocket and get the ball out. So I do think he might be a little hesitant on that end.
Mhm. He should. I don't know, B. Like that's the way I see it. If Mills can pull it off, and maybe he can pull it off in the Bills game. We'll see how long Stroud is. Hopefully, we'll have more information on that tomorrow. From since it is going to be practice.
We'll definitely
Hopefully,
have it
I'll
on the
get
all
that
32.
information by Thursday. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll know for sure by Thursday because the injury reports come out tomorrow and then all the way through the rest of the week.
Because it doesn't show anything yet, but I mean,
they haven't practiced yet. That's
their
why.
first real day is Wednesday. If they're playing
tomorrow.
a Sunday game, it's Wednesday, and then Thursday and Friday they'll have practice.
Yeah. Well, we'll see what happens.
All right, Liz. Well, hopefully
regardless,
we're talking about
go Texans, and gonna get this dub in Tennessee.
All right, there you go.
Go Texans. Go Lions.
All right,
go Texans.
fellas.
Go Lions.
Well, gonna go to wrap up the show. I want to thank y'all for as always. Please like and subscribe to the show. Check out our YouTube page, One Ass Cheek and Three Toes. You have the QR code up there. We have our All 32 show on Thursday at 7, right, B? I always get these times
6:30.
6:30 Eastern Time. Thank you. The All 32 will talk.
5:30 for Central.
Okay, 6:30 Eastern Time. This happens to have two different time zones. 6:30 Eastern Time. We'll be talking later, Robbie.
Hi, Robbie.
We'll be talking about the bets, the spreads, the totals. We'll be talking injury report, fantasy, all the good stuff. And then, of course, next Tuesday we'll be on the One Ass Cheek, Three Toes, and hopefully be previewing or talking about the Lions' victory against the Sheagles and a victory for the Texans against the Titans. Also, too, want to do a real quick shout out to everybody in the armed services, past and present. Thank you for your services. Thank you, B.
For your service.
Navy.
Thank you, B.
Without y'all, we wouldn't have any of these opportunities with the freedom. So thank you again to all our veterans. And as always, to the haters of the North and the AFC South, you hate us because you ain't us. Y'all have a great evening. We'll see y'all on the other side. Go Lions.
Go Texans. Thanks for having me, guys.
Exactly.
I'm going to say you hate us because you're anus. That's what you should say. Anyway. All right, let's go. Everybody have a good evening.
You cannot see what's in front of you. Yeah, promise that you get to run into if you knew what's about to come to you. It's about to get real dangerous. 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 Yeah, watch out, pop out, black out, pop out, beat 'em up, knock out. I had to see with it. I had to cover their head and cover their necks at the same time. I had to take out the ref. I make my own.
Remember, Dre's Daiquiri Shop at Cotton Gin, 441 Railroad Street in Maxwell, Texas, 78656. Daiquiris, food, football, and fun. All a part of a game day victory. If you subscribe to One Ass Cheek, Three Toes on YouTube, you'll receive 5% off your total purchase or a free shot. Proof of subscription required.